that we felt like the bounces were starting to go our way. And for Lewis to get the goal right off the bat, and yet for us to concede right away and then to come back really shows how our mindset is developing. It's really progressing in the right direction. And so then, of course, when the PK is called, just for me personally, I knew it was a really big moment because our team just got back into the game and we're in the lead. And if I could do my part and keep us there, I just felt like we were going to win the game. And of course, for it to go the way that it did is pretty incredible. But I go back to that first point where it really does feel like the bounces are starting to go our way. And when you consider our run of form coming back from Orlando, we're 2-1-2. And there are a few different factors that you can attribute to that success. But I also really think as a group, we've been strong throughout. And even with a 0-5 start, we've got a great group of guys here. And so for us to be able to put it together, for us to be able to suffer together for 90 minutes is very vindicating for us to get all 3 points. And I know that it's been a long 10 games so far, but it does feel like our best days are ahead of us. And as the bounces go our way and guys step up to the moment, as long as we continue to do that, I feel like this team is capable of some big stuff.
Franco, your line is off mute.
Thank you, Jackie. For Luis, on the broadcast, I think that they said that on Barco's retaken penalty kick, the goalkeeper coach, Sebastian, was telling you to go right or go back to the same direction that Barco took it in, but you clearly went the other way. Is that accurate? And what made you go in the other direction as opposed to maybe going on the right again? Thank you.
Hey, Franco. There was definitely a lot of commotion going on, and it's no secret. I've said it before, and I know I'm not the only goalie in the league, but we watch a lot of video. And so before the game, you scout who could possibly step up for the PK, and then you just watch. You get a feeling for which side they may like and some of their tendencies. But in that moment, there was definitely a lot going on the sideline, and some of it was caused by me because I was asking for Sebastian, I was asking for John. But I think for me, the most important thing is once I was on the line getting ready for the PK, is just to take a breath and not allow the moment to be bigger than me. And so for me, when I made the first save, obviously it's exhilarating, and then for them to take it, and then for them to score really was really sucked. But then you watch it on the Jumbotron, and you see that he encroached. Unfortunately, 2 people encroached. So then there's just a lot of emotions. As the ref says, it's got to be taken again. And I think for me, the most important thing is I want to be big for my teammates. I want to do whatever it takes to help us win and get the 3 points to reward an incredible performance by Lewis and the guys. And in that moment, that's what I was asked to do. And I'm really glad that I was able to come up and help the team get the 3 points.
Thank you. Jose Rodriguez, your line is off mute.
Thank you, Jackie. Luis, I wanted to ask you about the effort defensively in the second half. You guys have had pretty good halves throughout the year, but sometimes towards the end, defensively, there's something that happens and you end up either tying or losing the game. Tonight, it was totally different. What happened defensively that worked for you guys tonight? Thanks.
I feel like as a group, not just the back four and myself, we're getting stronger. We're coming into our own. We have an understanding of one another. And as we try to carve out an identity for this team, it's taken some time. But the thing that I want to point to more than anything is the spirit within this locker room. We've got a great group of guys. And I just kept saying throughout the second half, suffer together, suffer together. And that's exactly what we did. We worked for one another. We were willing to switch off. We were willing to do whatever was necessary for us to get the 3 points. And it's not just the back four. Obviously, those guys were heroic, epic performance by them. But it was all 11 guys committed to playing defense. And to me, that's why we were able to survive. That's why we were able to get the 3 points. And this is why we're very confident moving forward that things have turned for us.
Thank you. We'll take one more question from Steve Brenner. Steve, you're off mute.
Thanks, Jackie. Just a quick question for Lewis Morgan. Lewis, I guess a lot of your friends and family, back home are sleeping right now. So it must be a nice thought to think that when they wake up, they're gonna see what you did tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a big time difference. listen to your voice. I'm sure you know all about it. Yeah, I mean, obviously my family back home are great supporters, and they actually stay up and watch all the games. So I'm sure when I get back to the dressing room, I'll pick my phone up and have a few nice messages. But I mean, I'm just so happy that all the hard work that we've been putting in from the start of the season is starting to culminate in positive results. And that's us unbeaten in 3 now, and we really want to make this place a fortress. And we've started off with a good record here, and long may that continue.
Morgan, Robles, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.